This is another important video on the lecture series on the recent case laws. Today I am going to discuss about a very important section of Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Remember student, in the recent time, this section is in very news. Why this section is in news? Because whenever any person is an accused of any offense under PMLA Act, he is to file an application for the bail under section 45. Remember student, there was a question in the case, and the name of the case I am just referring here, that is Tarseem Lal versus Directorate of Enforcement, Jalandhar Zonal Office, SLP 2024. ये भी बिल्कुल लेटेस्ट जजमेंट है जिसमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने आपको ये चीज क्लैरिफाई किया कि वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हेन द अक्यूज इज इन कस्टडी and when he is not to be treated in custody. Suppose that if any person to whom a summon is already issued by the magistrate or the special court. So let me explain one thing with the example. There is one person A and he is convicted under any of the particular offense of PMLA, and the special court has issued him a summon. In furtherance of the summon, that particular person appeared in the court of law. Whether he is to be treated that he is in the custody of the magistrate, custody of the police or not? Answer is no, because Supreme Court ने इस judgment में बोला that the person is already in the furtherance of the summon has appeared in the court of law. He is not in the custody. So when he is not in the custody, it means we cannot say that this person for making application for the bail section number 45 is to be followed. Remember student, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के इस डिस्कशन से पहले हम एक चीज पढ़ लेते हैं कि आखिर इस सेक्शन नंबर 45 में है क्या, because we are already going to discuss another important video on the judgment, bail application related to the CM of Delhi. The same section will apply there also. सेक्शन नंबर 45 ऑफ PMLA में सिंपल सी दो बातें हैं. जब भी कोई स्पेशल कोर्ट या जजेस को बेल ग्रांट करनी होगी तो दे नीड टू गो फॉर टू इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स. Number first, whether this person has there is a satisfaction that this person has committed the offense under PMLA. This is the first pointer. It means there must be prima facie evidence that the person has committed the offense under PMLA. The second important thing is that whether there are chances that this person may interfere or may create or may commit any kind of further offense if he has given to the release. So there are two things which I am already explaining you. कि यहाँ पर आपको देखने हैं कि प्राइमा फेसाई सेटिस्फैक्शन होना चाहिए दैट अक्यूज हैज कमिटेड द ऑफेंस. अगर अक्यूज ने कमिट नहीं किया है तो बेल का वन फैक्टर बनेगा. द सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट ही इज नॉट लाइकली टू कमिट एनी ऑफेंस वाइल ऑन बेल. अगर उसको बेल ग्रांट कर दी जाती है तो कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है कि देयर आर चांसेस, देयर इज एन एप्रीहेंशन दैट दैट पर्सन मे कमिट एनी ऑफेंस ड्यूरिंग द बेल. इफ दोनों ही क्वेश्चंस के आंसर नेगेटिव में मिलते हैं तब आप उसको बेल दे सकते हो. दैट इज द पॉइंटर्स. नाउ व्हाट द सुप्रीम कोर्ट सेड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर जजमेंट. रिमेंबर स्टूडेंट, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि इफ द पर्सन appears in the court of law in the pursuance of the summon, then he is not to be treated that he is in custody. He is not to be treated that he is in custody. Please remember, it is not necessary then that he is to apply for the bail under section 45 of PMLA. Of course not. He don't need to go for. Secondly, the another point is there कि suppose करे कि if the accused comes in the court of law and he furnished a bond, under section 88 of the CRPC 1973 and ensures his attendance in future. So whether we can say that this furnishing of bond can be treated that he is granted bail, or the magistrate or the court is to consider these twin tests of the section number 45 or not? Answer is in negative. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि अगर कोई एक्यूज सेक्शन नंबर 88 में बॉन्ड फर्निश करता है to insurance that he will come further whenever the court is recalling him, then it is not necessary to follow this twin test of section number 45. So overall, there are two things which are completely different. So we don't need to say that this person needs to furnish these two important things. So this was all over this important latest case. We will go through that. This is the case in which Supreme Court clarified that there are two things that are different. If the person already appeared in the court of law and he has furnished the bond under section 88 of the CRPC, it cannot be treated as a bail granted under section 45 of PMLA. That is all for today. Thanks for watching this video.